Would you like to 5x, 10x, 50x, or even 100x your money with cryptocurrency? Does this sound too good to be true? Well, in today's video, I'm going to be teaching you all about a rising incubator and launchpad that had the best performance of any incubator in January and also has the results to prove it. Now, full disclosure, I am an ambassador with ChainGPT and they have sponsored this review video. But if you're ready to learn, I'm ready to teach. Let's get started. All right, so in the month of January, ChainGPT's pad, that's right, ChainGPT pad, had an average ROI of 11x for their investors. Now, this was based upon all the different projects that they incubated and launched. Now, in cryptocurrency, 5x, 10x, 50x, even 100x is possible, but that's typically from the pre-sale price where early investors get to speculate on new cryptocurrency assets. Now, there's a lot of these incubators and launchpads, and more are continuing to hit the market, but you really want to find the good ones, and that's why I've partnered with ChainGPT. I've seen their results. I've looked at their incubated projects. We will overview and go through some of those here with you today. And I'm also going to teach you all about this opportunity because for the last 3 to 4 years, I've been teaching my private VIP community how to get into these new cryptocurrency assets before they launch, how to get these multiples. And many of my students have earned thousands of dollars using the exact strategies that I'm about to teach you in this video and even more advanced strategies that I teach in my online course and program. So if you do want to join us in VIP, we have a special YouTube offer. Just simply click the links down below. But now let's turn back to ChainGPT's rise. And you can see here that the average in January, 8x, 11x ROI all time. In fact, I think it's even more right now, but this is beating out DAOmaker, GameStarter, Seedify, RedKite, Engine Starter, and even Pools Finance. Now, Seedify is probably one of the most known incubators in crypto when it comes to gaming. And funny enough, Seedify actually incubated ChainGPT. So to see the success of ChainGPT here really speaks volumes to the team and to just the entire project itself. And here are some additional amazing growth stats last month from ChainGPT. You can see that they have over 11.5 million in total value locked and staked for their tokens. Over 120,000 monthly active users, 27,000 CGPT token holders, 8 to 20 million in average trading volume, over 700,000 web visitors, 6,000 have KYC'd as well for the ChainGPT pad. But now from January 11th through January 6th, there's now over 25 million in total value locked, and that's a lot because of the price increase in the token, but also they now have over 500,000 monthly active users, 35,000 token holders, 10 to 20 million in average trading volume, 3 million active users, and over 17,000 have KYC'd for ChainGPT pad. Now, you can get a lot of this information simply going to CoinGecko or CoinMarketcap, and you can see here that the market cap right now is 77,000. The price is at 20 cents, but you can also see the circulating supply, the max supply, as well as the fully diluted market cap. Now, the thing that you do want to pay attention to is the volume, and you can see $10 million in the last 24 hours in volume is absolutely insane, especially for a brand new project like ChainGPT. But now let's dive right into the Launchpad. You can see here, this is truly the future of Web3, and I really am liking this Launchpad. It's super easy for me to understand personally, and if that's easy for me to understand, it's probably easy for me to reteach it and for you to learn how to use it if you decide to do so. Now, remember on this channel, we don't tell you what to do with your finances. We just educate you through tutorials and videos just like this one. But I wanted to share with you some statistics so far. Here are all of their completed sales. Now, in a previous video, literally about 3 weeks ago, we did a dedicated review of a cryptocurrency asset that we are holders of and also one that we talked about before it actually launched, and that was GTAI. Since the IDO, this has already done a 20x for investors. That's right. If you invested in the pre-sale for this cryptocurrency, you would be up 20 times your money. $100 would be worth today approximately $2,000. That's absolutely crazy. Even 500 then, right, would be worth over $10,000. Now, again, the price of these tokens will fluctuate drastically. So this was from the all-time high. But GT Protocol is holding in there quite nicely. And that's not the only cryptocurrency that has been incubated that has done quite well. You can see here that Serenity Shield did a 7x, WorkX did a 7x, and Friend3 even did a 27x for investors. That's right, a $100 investment would have turned into $2,700. Now, you don't get all of your tokens at once. There is a lot of details that go into this, and I will share even more about how all of this works right now. But before I do so, I want you to know that there is a lot more other upcoming projects. Ones that we are most likely going to be reviewing here on this channel. One in particular is called Octavia. We may even do a full review on Octavia to share with you even more about this. This is a project that we personally may be looking to invest in ourselves, especially in the early going. Again, getting in early is very, very important in crypto. It can mean you getting just a 2 to 3x or potentially getting a 20x or a 27x. So now that you've actually seen the proof is in the pudding here and people are really getting these results, how does this actually work? You might think, well, I want to learn about this. I actually want to do it as well. Well, let me take you through a complete introduction and breakdown of ChainGPT's Launchpad. Now, first off, what is a Launchpad? Now, the ChainGPT Launchpad is an IDO platform and incubator for Web3 projects looking to implement their ideas and bootstrap their token economics. So how does this exactly work? Well, projects will apply to ChainGPT Launchpad by going through a rigorous quantitative analysis process conducted by the ChainGPT team. Now, depending upon the level of sophistication and the ability of these projects to satisfy a diverse range of assessment criteria, such as product market fit, concept viability, team aptitude, and so on, there will be an inclusion and a deduction of whether the project will make it or not. And then the projects that will get accepted are then inducted into the incubated and accelerated phase, where the teams are then guided by the ChainGPT mentorship group, followed by a coming to market via IDO. Now, incubation can range anywhere between 12 to 18 months and include a preparation stage, a launch stage, as well as a post-launch stage to support the projects. Now, during the preparation, the mentor group organizes the internal process, optimizing the product system, and helps projects evaluate their roadmaps as well as their action plans. During the launch, they also help with the promotion and the social coordination. Post-launch, ChainGPT provides advisory support to help the project course correct and deal with any nuances that may come through the products live on the marketplace. Now, acceleration is the condensed version of this incubation, and that can be executed within 3 to 4 months in case a project really wants to get going. This is the best option suited for well-developed teams that need a very specific time scope of support. So now that you know what an IDO is and how ChainGPT facilitates all this, how can you actually get into these things? Because that's the fun part, right? Well, how does an IDO work? Whenever projects are ready to list on the platform and launch their token ecosystems, ChainGPT will help them prepare the campaign and connect them to the CGPT community. Now, after the specifications have been finalized, token supply, market rate, sale duration, etc., the project will then be listed and a countdown will appear. Now, every IDO list consists of 2 rounds. So first, there's going to be what is called a guaranteed allocation round. The top staking tiers for ChainGPT holders that goes from silver to gold to diamond and some bronze members, which consists of a raffle. All users must register in time in order to participate in this guaranteed allocation round. After that, there will be a first come, first serve round. Now, all tier members, even if they haven't registered, can participate in the first come, first serve round. In the event that the project meets its maximum IDO capacity at any point, the IDO shall just immediately cease and future rounds will not be engaged. So now, what role does the CGPT token play? Well, CGPT acts as the tool to facilitate community involvement in bootstrapping of the projects. It's an extra layer of reward system for incentivizing membership. Now, providing alpha access to IDO participation, airdrops, and much more by the CGPT community members, that stake, the threshold of the CGPT tokens, becomes a priority and able to attain exclusive benefits that startup projects provide to earliest contributors. Now, here's how you can participate as an investor. I'm going to take you through this step by step. Users that wish to participate in IDOs that are on the ChainGPT Launchpad must satisfy 2 criteria. First, they must complete KYC with their partner BlockPass. I will link everything down below in the description, and you can simply click the KYC here to get started. Next, you will then need to stake CGPT to accumulate enough points to attain a tier status. Here are the current staking pools. You can see the amount of ChainGPT that is actually staked in these pools and the lockup durations. Now, the more that you lock up, this is where you're able to get multipliers and you're able to earn APR for locking this up as well. So what's cool about this is if you lock it up for 365 days, you basically get a 2 times multiplier, about 8% back on your ChainGPT tokens within a year, as well as the fact that you get to participate in these IDOs. So it's a way to give back to those who are loyal to this token and also give you potential opportunities. Now, the cool thing too is if you look at the price of the ChainGPT token, is if you bought all the way down here at 0.03, and even when we started talking about this, in fact, I started sharing this with my VIP community right around these levels, and this was was my #1 cryptocurrency project that I shared over a month and a half ago. So congratulations if you are in my VIP community, because I gave this to you and you're already in some very nice 20 to 30% profits. So as I mentioned, the staking system for becoming a Launchpad qualifier members is based upon a straightforward point system. There are two factors that come into accounting for points: token amount staked, as well as the duration of the stake as well. The combination of the two will then determine the place of where the member is able to participate into 4 different categories. Now those categories are bronze, silver, gold, and diamond. Now 1 CPT is equal to 1 point, and each stake token will bring their own multiplier points. So you can see here that 45 days 1% APY is 1% multiplier. And as I said before, the higher that you go, the more multiplier you'll be able to get. So here's an even further breakdown of their tiered system. There are 4 different tiered levels for the Launchpad: bronze, silver, gold, and diamond. And you can see every tier has its own distinct benefits. For bronze, this is the entry level, and it's designed really specifically for users who are new and want to just see and are maybe a little bit more limited with their capital capabilities. Now the points required for this are 2,000 plus, and the pool weight will be 1x allocation tier. They're also eligible for a refund, which, yes, 100% is guaranteed. I'll teach you exactly how all that works in just a minute. Now, participation in the very first round is not guaranteed because this is a very small, very entry level tier. Only a select limited group of bronze users that complete the social task will be given access to participate in the first round of the allocation. Now, social campaign will be initiated through Gleam.io and providing whitelist applications to its participants. Now, silver, this is going to be their second tier. This one will provide guaranteed access for the first round of participants in the IDO. Now, the points required are 20,000 plus. The pool weight is a minimum of 4x allocation multiplier. You are also eligible for a refund, and participants in round 1 and round 2 are guaranteed. There's also a guaranteed whitelist for their future NFT launch. Now for gold, you can see this is the second highest tier, and access to the premium early stage crowdfunding public sales. Now the points required for gold though are 50,000 plus. Now the pool weight, maximum of a 10x allocation multiplier. Refund, yes, is available, as well as participation in rounds 1 and 2, guaranteed allocation. Now inclusion into crowdfunding and private sales, as well as guaranteed whitelist for future NFTs. Now their highest tier, which is Diamond, which is the most desirable tier for the Launchpad participants, given the breadth of the benefits it offers. This one will require 200,000 plus points, a minimum of a 40x allocation multiplier, refund eligibility, yes, 100%, as well as participation in rounds 1 and 2. There may also be token airdrops from incubated projects, occasional airdrops in the form of NFTs for partnerships, private group and private sale allocation and voting council, as well as freemium access to ChainGPT's AI tools. Now let's talk about their refund policy. And this is a game changer when it comes to new cryptocurrency incubators and launchpads, and it really helps you as an investor understand not only what you're investing in, but take away almost all of the risk. Now I say almost all of the risk because there's always risk in cryptocurrency and in investing. And remember, we're not financial advisors telling you what to do with the money, but this refund policy, something I have not seen in any incubator and launchpad, is truly a game changer. So let's go over this. Now, in order to capture the fluctuating demand of the market participants and unforeseen circumstances that might arise, ChainGPT has implemented a refund option. Now, every project will have its own refund specificities chosen by the ChainGPT team. Now, typically within a 7 to 14 day range, during that period, users will be able to choose whether or not they want to commit to participation. Then the option is only available until a decision is made. Now, if select users claim their tokens, then they will lose their refund option. So here's even more about how this refund policy works. Immediate following the IDO, the token launch refund grace period will begin. Now, there's going to be on the dashboard a claim and refund button. During any point within the grace period, users have the right to withdraw from participation by simply selecting refund. As soon as the user confirms the refund, their initial contributions will be released directly back into their wallet address. But be advised, if at any point the user claims any of the tokens, the allocation, they are then by default no longer able to do the refund. Again, typically the period will fall within a 7 to 14 day range. Now, most people, when it comes to claiming their tokens, you can see here that if they're in profits of 20x, 7x, they typically claim the tokens because, well, why wouldn't you? You could then sell those tokens and realize a profit very simply and very easily. Now, if you, for whatever reason, the project doesn't do very well, or maybe it does like a 2 or 3x, and you just don't want to actually invest in it anymore, maybe something happens, who knows, you simply click a button that says refund, and the money that you put in to any of these IDOs when you participated directly goes back into your account instantly. That to me is a game changer. It basically means within the first 7 to 14 days, you can really monitor the project. You can see how it launches and how it does. And then basically, if you're not liking what you're seeing within 7 to 14 days, depending upon the different nuances there, you simply can just get your money back. That's absolutely crazy. And that shows me how confident ChainGPT is truly in their incubator and launchpad, as well as the projects that they're incubating at this time. So now that we've learned about the overview of what this is, the tiered system, their flexible refund policy, you may have a few questions about this, which we'll get to at the end of the video. But also I want to share with you even more about how to actually go about doing this, because there are some details that people who are very new to crypto probably don't know. Well, first off, you're going to need to connect your wallet. Now, I recommend using a MetaMask wallet, and you can use other wallets if you want to, but personally, I believe MetaMask is going to be your best option here. And to do this, simply go to metamask.io, then download for Chrome or for your phone. And again, if you don't know what MetaMask is and how these wallets work, you can watch this tutorial video. Now, once you have your MetaMask, you will need to send some funds over on the Binance Smart Chain. Now, I don't have time in this video to walk you through that entire process, but in my VIP course and program, I do teach you step by step exactly how all of these wallets work, how the different blockchains work, as well as how to move money around so that you know exactly how to get into these new sales. Now, once you do have everything set up, you got money in your MetaMask wallet, you're ready to start investing, this is where you need to sign up with the KYC. Simply click the sign up button here. Now, before you actually do the KYC, it seems to me like you do need to stake some CGPT tokens. So maybe start off with the bronze tier and then see if you're able to pass the KYC. Remember, do your research under the KYC, because there's a lot of different countries that may not be available in order to KYC for this. Once your KYC status is actually available, then register for the IDOs. Now, again, it's important to understand what tier that you're going for, and this is why I think we've seen a very nice increase in the price of this cryptocurrency project, because you need this cryptocurrency, the CGPT token, in order to participate in these IDOs, and these IDOs have already produced 5x, 7x, 20x's, and more. Now, from there, you'll be able to see your tier, so you can see the bronze points, silver, gold, as well as diamond. Once you have also registered, this is where you'll be able to see your pools. Here's how many pools you participated in, the amount of tokens, and the amount that you've invested, as well as everything else. And you can see right now, I don't have anything connected, so it says not participating in any pools, but this is where all that information would be. If you need any help, they have tons of tutorials and guides for you, as well as to walk you through this entire process. Now let's get into some of those burning questions you may have. You might not know what first come, first serve is. You don't know how to do multiple pools. Can I participate in the IDOs right after the purchase? How does all of this work? Well, according to the first question, what is first come, first serve? First come, first serve refers to the round of fundraising that becomes available to the general public after the guaranteed round. So what this means is in the guaranteed round, some people won't buy all of their tokens. Let's say they're guaranteed an allocation of $100, but they only want to invest 50. I don't know why you'd want to do that, but maybe they do. So then there's an extra 50 tokens that are available that these new projects want to sell. This is where those tokens become available to all members, and they typically sell out almost instantly, but it's a way for you to get an extra allocation, and this can work out really well depending upon how the project does. And while nothing is guaranteed, like I said, these go really fast typically. Now, can I stake in multiple pools and still acquire some points? Yes, if you wish to split up your CGPT tokens across different pools, then the Launchpad will calculate your points based upon individual placement. So this is an example. Let's say you stake 2,500 CGPT for 45 days and then 2,500 for 180 days. In the first example, you can see you'd only get 3,700 points, but in the second example, you get 6,250 points. So again, if you go back to the staking here, this is where, again, you can put some in the 45-day pool in case you want to unstake those. You can put some in the 90, the 180, and then all of them added up on your wallet will then give you a score, which will then give you a tier number, which will then allow you to participate in the IDOs depending upon your points. So if you were to do, let's say, 100,000 tokens right here, it's a 2,000 multiplier for a year. This then would give you diamond because you have a 2 times multiplier. That is my understanding, but I would play around with some of this to kind of see how that works before jumping into the pools. Remember, once you staked, this is the lockup term. So maybe start small, tread lightly, play around, and kind of see how this all works. Now, can you participate in an IDO right after purchasing CGPT? Well, the truth is you almost can, but there's got to be 2 things that you do. First, the CGPT is required, then you must make sure that you have staked enough. If you have, then yes, you can start right away. Second, though, is that you must pass the KYC. This might take a little bit of time to do, and it may take a day or two, maybe even longer, in order to pass the KYC. If you do this, though, and then the pool is not open yet, you should be eligible in order to participate in the IDO. Now, the minimum amount, again, to participate is the bronze level, which is 2,000 points. So based upon the max multiplier right now, you can see 2x for 365 days. The minimum number of tokens required to get to a bronze tier is 1,000 GPT tokens, which right now is only a couple $100, which to me is absolutely something to consider if you're going to be an investor. Now, what crypto tokens can actually be used to participate in the IDOs? Now, for stable coins, is most likely going to be USDT and USDC, and for cryptocurrencies, you're probably going to need some BNB or some Ethereum. Everything will be laid out for you when the IDO opens, but most likely it's going to be USDC as well as USDT. Now, what countries are restricted from the IDOs? As of now, everyone can pass the KYC and process. However, countries that have been banned of cryptocurrencies are the restricted countries here below. So there you have it. There is your nice little deep dive overview of CGPT Pad. If you want to learn even more about pre-sales, ICOs, and how to become a cryptocurrency millionaire, I've done it firsthand, and many of my students have done wildly well, especially in the last bull run. We have a massive discount only for YouTube subscribers. Simply click the links down below to join us in VIP as well to get going on crypto and learn even more. Thanks again for watching. We'll see you in the next video. Stay tuned.